What is going on, guys? It is Ahmed and I am back today with yet another video for you all. And today I'm going to be updating you guys on Zomedica and NGA, Northern Genesis Acquisition Corp, that is going to be merging as of just less than 24 hours ago. They announced their official merger date with Lion Electric because these are two companies that I continue to keep my eye out on. And also NGA, I recently alerted the Patreon members. So if you haven't joined the Patreon, feel free to use the link below. Again, I try to give everyone alerts on stocks that I'm looking to buy or ones that I am keeping on my watch list. So that is what is going on. But let's quickly look at some information about Zomedica and the current price action. As you guys probably already all saw today, out of the rest of the market that's been continuously pulling back, Zomedica is actually performing or outperforming the majority of other stocks. So let me make my screen a little smaller so you guys can see the full screen that I have in front of me. And let's go ahead and get started. So Zomedica, ticker symbol ZOM, currently sitting at $1.75 a share. It has dropped pretty significantly from last week where it was consolidating around $2 a share. And copy paste what we've seen before. It gets below $1.50 and then it bounces right off that support line. And now it's up 18% just on the day. So guys, I know a lot of people have been saying, oh, Zomedica is a dead horse or Zomedica is a dead cat, whatever the saying might be, or it's a stock that is not worth investing in anymore. And I understand your perspective and you can have your own opinions, but I also have mine. And that's why I made this channel, right? It's for me to express my opinion on the stocks that I think have long-term potential, right? And so we saw it here first. Yes, the overall market pulled back. Yes, Zomedica was hit hard, especially after the news dropped with the launch. People, the classic buy the rumor, sell the news. You could see it here. As Motley Fool mentioned yesterday, again, Zomedica's recent stock price movements appear to be a classic buy the rumor, sell the news event. Traders on Reddit and other social media, like YouTube sites, have hyped up Zomedica's growth prospects in recent weeks, which has helped propel the stock, the huge surge in the stock price. Although Trueforma could capture a significant share of the pet diagnostic market that's projected to reach $2.8 billion by 2024, Zomedica's stock price may have simply come too far too fast. So when things like this come about, of course, there's going to be sell-offs, right? Negative news sentiments, right? Negative attributes to the company. People are saying, there's a lawsuit against Zomedica, which again, I don't see any type of lawsuit anywhere with Zomedica itself. Yes, some of the companies they've worked with, sure, they are fighting off lawsuits, but there are lawsuits every single day when it comes to the stock market. And most of the time, these companies have very valid things that they're doing and reasons that they're, whatever it might be. Regardless, when things of that nature come about, like lawsuits, there has to be, is it a fundamental issue with the company, or is it something that could be corrected pretty easily, right? So again, guys, conviction. That is really the theme of today's episode, is conviction. Having conviction in the companies that you believe in, right? For all of you who got into Zomedica at 40, 50 cents, 39 cents or so per share with me, you saw significant gains in your stock. You saw significant gains in your investment, right? So why does that all of a sudden change when news comes out saying, oh, the stock is overvalued? We know these things. We know that we're looking for long-term growth with this one, right? Warren Buffett states, he said if there's one thing he could do, if he can go back in time, the one thing he would want to do is buy more smaller cap penny stocks or smaller cap companies, because again, they have the most potential for growth. Yes, they are high risk, but sometimes you want to do that. Diversify, right? Add some of these high risk plays on your portfolio and see where they go. So regardless, remember guys, my channel is not for financial advice, nor am I a financial advisor. I'm just trying to put you guys on the plays that I'm in to make sure you don't miss out. So Northern Genesis Acquisition Corp as well, NGA. So up 2.89% today. Let's go do a quick refresh, right? About 0.5, so a little bit of a sell-off. But again, I think this is a fantastic company because what? Not because they're a SPAC, but rather they're a SPAC that is merging with Lion Electric, a company that is looking to, electrify, or they have EV buses, for example, right? California, Los Angeles, California. They have some of the school districts already have Lion Electric buses on their, school districts as their preferred mode of transportation over the conventional gas vehicles. And we know we're shifting towards an EV push, and NGA is going to be, I think, a game changer. Not NGA, rather Lion Electric. So as we saw, some of the news that dropped recently is that Northern Genesis Acquisition Corp and Lion Electric announced effectiveness of registration statement in April 23rd, 2021 special meeting to approve business combination. This was one of our Q1 mergers, And it's one that I talked about at $14 a share. It ran up significantly since then, but now it's pulled back significantly, as well as the majority of EV plays, because again, people thought the majority of them were overvalued, which indeed they were, because most of these companies have no revenue. Line Electric is an exception to that because they do have products in the market currently. So this is a pretty good article if you want to read more about quickly what NGA is, and again why they targeted Line Electric and have been in merger conversations with them, and also finally just an official announcement past the definitive agreement that we've already had since Q4 2020. But regardless, look here at the stock analysis. So I always like to look at price action. So as you can see, this stock rode up to pretty much $35 a share back when the entire EV market or the EV SPACs were surging. This was no exception. So as you can see here, it's pulled back significantly since then. So if we look at just the quick Google, I prefer this just for the simplicity of it. If we look at the 6 month, ignore anything up there. We know that SPACs are usually about $10 a share until we find out what they're merging with. Rode up to about $34, $35, and look at the pullback. It's down 48% from its all-time high. I think that means NGA is one that you need to capitalize on. Again, for anyone that has invested early on when we talked about it at $14, congratulations. I think this is a long-term prospect. And I don't believe, in my opinion, that this is going to have a sell-off as soon as the merger happens. So I know that's the typical life cycle of a SPAC if they're overvalued pre-merger. But for this one here, at the current valuation, $17.40 a share with a market cap of $694 million, definitely overvalued, even for the short term. If you're looking for a quick flip, this might be a great one, right? So keep your eye out for NGA because, again, the news did break out that they are going to be combining with Line Electric officially. In addition to that, let's look at, again, I just showed you guys maybe better entry points. So if it goes down to 1656, that's a great support line. 1503 or even $14 a share, all fantastic entry points for the stock. Of course, Zomedica, the one that I can never stop talking about because you have to have conviction in these companies. And I want to prove to everyone that, look, why did this outperform the rest of the market today? It's because it reached that support line, that near $1.45 support line that we continue to talk about. And people decided to pounce on that because, again, we have a very, very strong support around $1.40 to $1.50. Let's just keep it at a range there. So again, if it ever pulls back, $1.30 is even better price. We haven't seen this all since the initial surge. We have never seen it come down past $1.40 a share. So will it reach the support line? Who knows? There's also an 89-cent support line and 14-cent support line, just to show you guys some different strike prices. But regardless, I think between now, let's do a quick refresher. So it's $1.74 a share. So between now and $1.45, if it ever goes back down there, great time to potentially buy in if you're looking to long-term hold, not something for the short term. Look at this, up 17.7% today. So again, don't let the naysayers, get to your head. That's the one thing you need to understand is that conviction. Why did you buy into these companies, these businesses, right? And what are you looking for? Are you looking for a short-term gain? If you are, sometimes that's not going to happen with penny stocks because, again, oftentimes their valuation is, by the time you learn about it, or you and I might learn about it, publicly, it's probably more likely than not overvalued at that point. So, but currently I think NGA, keep your eye on this one. And again, Zomedica, for all those diamond hands, if you will, you're being rewarded for that, right? It's pulled back and it's tempting to just sell out your shares. It is very tempting to do so because we don't know what's happening. The market's so unpredictable these days. The volatility is insane. But if you do have those diamond hands and letting the paper hand sell, more people are joining on board, and it looks like, again, the stock continues to perform well after it does pull back significantly, which is also good news, of course. So that's the quick update for you guys on NGA and Zomedica. Feel free to use the Webull link below if you want 2 free stocks when you deposit $100. And in addition to that, also, you can, check out the merch, the Your Pop Drop 1. We're still, looking to keep that drop up for a while before we take it down. So again, everybody, go in, get your Pursuit of Purpose merch, and until next time, keep investing.